actually invented ourselves. We're very fond of it. Ingenuity, invention, it's a beautiful thing. It is a game called A Series of Correlated Relations.
And the way that this game works is we are going to have 1, 2, 3. Charlotte, Nate, and David are a panel of experts, and Kent is going to take over and moderate them.
Alrighty, so, as some of you may know, some of you may not know, this game, we take a random event that is happening, something serious that's happened, and we combine it with something pop culture. So, ridiculous, anything from toe socks to SpongeBob. So, anyway, to begin with, can I get, Charlotte, can I get kind of a group that has a stereotype attached to it? It can be anything from soccer mom, Jedi, tea party, something like that.
MILF.
She said MILF!
Alright! MILF! Can we get something for Nate?
Teletubbies.
Or a Teletubby. You may choose whichever one. And can we get another person for David, please?
People from the Midwest.
People from the Midwest.
I'm cool with that.
We're getting into dangerous territories.
Midwest is the best. Don't you know? Minnesota for this good enough. Then can I get something out of the recent news, something serious?
Occupy Wall Street.
Okay, so drop on Wall Street. And then can we get something from pop culture?
Star Wars.
Kim Kardashian.
Alright, I heard Star Wars first. So we're gonna
Star
go with
Wars
that.
and Wall Street.
So we are, there's a correlation between Star Wars and the stock market.
And I am a Teletubby.
So, from the audience, can I get some intro music, please? Good evening, and welcome to The Finer Things with Steve Robinson. Me. Today we are going to talk about the correlation between the stocks on Wall Street and Star Wars. So, if we could introduce our panel of experts, starting right here. Sir, if you would introduce yourself.
You can call me Chester, sir.
Chester. Alright. Anything else?
Well, I'm just glad to be here.
Excellent. And the, sir/thing in the middle. Oops.
Hi, I'm Pamela Jones.
Alright, so, at the end, could you please explain your views of the modern stock market and how you believe that the Star Wars might have affected it for either the better or the worse? Yes, at the end.
Oh, well, I don't know much about Star Wars, but my son watches it all the time. But I mean, the stock market has to do with money, and money is really important to me, and I think that Star Wars made a lot of money, so that would be a connection.
I'm sure you know all about money and various means of getting it. You sir in the middle, I perchance hope you have an answer.
How? Twinkle, twinkle, lipsy, lipsy, lipsy.
And so you at the end, your thoughts on this predicament?
Well, I reckon. You see, George Lucas has a ranch called the Skywalker Ranch. And this ranch competes with our ranches here in the Midwest. Thus, more competition means less money for us, means Wall Street goes down the tubes.
Interesting! I had never thought about that before. So, moving on, given that Star Wars was released many decades ago, do you still think it possible? I see that one in the middle does. Possible it has an effect. We'll go the opposite direction.
Has in fact meaning...
On the stock market.
Well, let's not talk about how long ago Star Wars came Han Solo and Princess Leia, and I wore that gold costume.
I do hope this was over 20 years or so ago.
I reckon you were in trouble, man.
I commonly am. I'm British. What do you expect? So, closing comments. Hopefully going with people that will still talk to me, maybe at the end. That would be a no. No, excellent. Thank you all for listening. I now have 3 more people who hate me, and that is all, folks.
Alright, our next game is a game for Terry and I. This is it's a game called More Specific. The way it works, Terry and I will begin to do a scene, and whenever we say something that you would like to hear more specifically, you yell, more specific. Give it a try.
More specific.
Love it, there it is. So, from the audience, can we get a professional relationship? Doctor and patient.
Specifically
We will do
psychiatrist.
doctor and patient.
Sir, it doesn't really say on my chart what you're in for. I'm
More specific.
more. Sir, my chart is completely blank.
Well, that's weird. I gave the nurse my information at the front desk. Well, that seems weird. I walked right into the door and walked up to this very nice woman named Marge, and she asked me all of these questions, like what my social security number was. She asked me like this incredibly intricate list of questions, like what every single digit in my social security number was, individually, one by one, followed up by the entirety of all of the credit cards I've ever taken out in my entire existence. And then she began to ask me about my different age and days from every single member of my family. So you should have something.
Well, take a look at this. Does that look good? Do you really think that picture right there looks good? Do you really think that this large phallically shaped picture?
Well, I suppose it depends on what you're going for. Well, I suppose and depends on whether or not it's supposed to be accurate. I'd say it's a little small, but it's all right.
Sir, this is an X-ray of your brain.
Well,
Do you see why there's reason for concern?
well, I guess I just have kind of a one-track mind. I guess I fall in line with the vast majority of my gender. I think about is sex, more specific. I guess that really all that people who have my same chromosomal makeup and have what I have genetically are similarly endowed can only think about one thing, and that thing would be sexual intercourse. Any number of things. And that thing could be sexual intercourse with a vast array of both artificial and organic and not objects you really never know what's going to do it. I'm frequently surprised.
Sir, honestly, we're not sure. This could either be horrible, horrible news for you.
More specific.
This could either mean that you have several types of cancer, all in your nose at once. Or it could mean that we might do a series of tests, and you might be what is known colloquially as a sex beast. What is known colloquially as a hairy, super masculine, super muscularized, awesome like that sex beast.
That doesn't sound so bad, now does it?
Or nose cancer.
Is it like 50-50?
We need to run some more tests.
More specific.
We need to take a sampling of every cell in your body.
Won't that take a really long time?
But you might be the super masculinized hairy masculine.
That's true. It's probably worth it, because that would be a good thing to put on my resume. You know, I've been out of work for a while, but if I could tell people that I was a super hairy,
about the out of work.
I haven't held a job longer than 3 weeks, and the last one I had was at Applebee's, and they fired me because I was stealing all of their food and feeding it to my 4 dogs named Boomer, Poomer, Doomer, and Tom. And I think it's you know, that would be a really positive thing to put on my resume if I could say that I was a super hairy, super masculine sex beast. I feel like there's a line of work that maybe would take me. I feel like there's an industry that exists in America, probably one of the most prolific in the world.
The laws are still very fresh, but you may have to register in at least 17 states.
More specific.
You will have to register in Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, and every other state starting with N.
That's a lot of states.
It's a lot of states. At least 7.
Well, I mean, is there like a registration fee, or can I just like do it online, or?
There is. Oh.
More specific.
Oh. Sir, the states may want you to have this operation to turn you into something. It will turn you into something that looks like this. That's not the same kind of organ.
Well, I think I'd rather live with the ambiguity.
The possibility of nose cancer.
So I'm going to take my possibility of nose cancer. I'm going to go talk to Marge because she seemed very, very nice. I'm going to go talk to Marge because she was quite voluptuous. And there's a good 50-50 I'm a sex beast. So